If you're in your 20s right now, there is a very good chance you are making a financial mistake that will cost you hundreds of thousands of dollars by the time you retire. And the worst part? You probably don't even know you're making it. It's not that you're spending too much. It's not that you haven't found the right stock. It's something much more fundamental than that. And once I show it to you, you're going to feel it in your gut. Because the mistake isn't about money, it's about time. And every single day you don't fix it, it gets more expensive. Stay with me, this one's important. What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, we talk about real, practical money strategies. The stuff nobody taught you in school, but absolutely should have. Subscribe and hit the bell so you never miss a video, because we drop new content every single week. Now let's talk about the biggest investing mistake people make in their 20s and exactly how to fix it. Before I tell you the real mistake, let me tell you what most people think it is. If you ask the average person what young investors do wrong, they'll say things like they buy the wrong stocks, they follow hype, they panic sell, they invest in crypto without understanding it, they get burned by meme stocks. And look, all of those things are real problems, but they're not the mistake. They're symptoms of a deeper issue. The single biggest investing mistake people make in their 20s is brutally simple. They wait. That's it. They wait to start. They tell themselves they'll begin investing when they earn more money, when they pay off their student loans, when they feel more financially stable, when they understand the market better, when life calms down a little. And before they know it, they're 35 and they've lost the one thing no amount of money can ever buy back: a decade of compounding time. Waiting is the mistake, and it is devastatingly expensive. I want to show you exactly what waiting costs in real numbers, because this isn't abstract. This is actual money walking out of your future bank account every single day you delay. Let's look at two people. We'll call them Alex and Jordan. Alex starts investing at 22. She puts in $300 a month into a broad index fund, earning an average of 10% annually, the historical average of the S&P 500. She does this consistently until she's 65. That's 43 years of investing. Jordan waits. He tells himself he'll start when things settle down. He finally begins at 32, just 10 years later, also investing $300 a month at the same 10% return, all the way until 65. Here's what happens. Alex, who started at 22, retires with approximately $2.1 million. Jordan, who started at 32, retires with roughly $760,000. Same monthly contribution, same rate of return, same retirement age. The only difference is 10 years. That 1 decade of delay cost Jordan over $1.3 million. Not because he invested less discipline, not because he picked worse stocks, simply because he waited. And here's the part that really stings. Jordan would have to invest nearly $830 a month starting at 32 just to catch up to what Alex built starting at 22 with only $300. He'd have to almost triple his monthly contributions just to reach the same destination. Time is not neutral in investing. It is the single most powerful variable in the entire equation, and once it's gone, it is gone forever. Now, here's what I want to address directly, because I know some of you are watching this and thinking, okay, but you don't understand my situation. And I hear you. So let's go through the most common reasons people in their 20s delay investing, one by one. I don't earn enough yet. This is the most common one, but here's the truth. You don't need a lot to start. We're not talking about investing thousands of dollars a month. We're talking about $50, $100. Even $25 a month gets you in the game and starts the compounding clock. The amount matters far less than the act of starting. I have student loans I need to pay off first. This one requires some nuance. If your student loans carry a high interest rate, say 7% or above, it absolutely makes sense to aggressively pay those down. But if your rate is lower, you can do both simultaneously. Even a small investment while you're paying off debt keeps the compounding clock running. Don't treat it as an either-or decision unless the math forces you to. I don't know enough about investing yet. This is where people massively overthink it. You do not need to understand options trading, earnings reports, or macroeconomic theory to start building wealth. A simple, low-cost S&P 500 index fund is all you need. Seriously, Warren Buffett has repeatedly said that most everyday investors would be better off just buying an index fund and leaving it alone. You don't need expertise, you need consistency. The market is too volatile right now. The market has always been volatile. It was volatile in the 1990s, the 2000s, the 2010s, and it's volatile today. Trying to time the perfect entry point is a trap that professional fund managers, people with decades of experience, and entire research teams consistently fail at. The research is overwhelmingly clear on this. Time in the market beats timing the market, every single time over the long run. Every reason to wait feels completely valid when you're living it, but every single one of those reasons has a workaround. Waiting does not. Now, here's something I don't see talked about enough. There's actually a second mistake buried inside the waiting mistake, and it's just as damaging. Even the people in their 20s who do start investing often make this error. They invest without a purpose. They throw money into random stocks based on what's trending. They buy whatever their friends are talking about. They chase performance, meaning they buy whatever went up a lot last year, which is actually one of the worst investment strategies imaginable. Investing without a strategy is just gambling with extra steps. So let me give you the framework that the quietly wealthy actually use, because it's simpler than you think. Step 1. Use the right account. Before you pick a single investment, make sure your money is in the right container. For most people in their 20s in the US, that means a Roth IRA. Your money goes in after tax, grows completely tax-free, and you pay zero taxes when you withdraw in retirement, on potentially hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars. This is one of the most generous tax advantages the government offers regular people, and the majority of 20-somethings aren't using it. Step 2. Keep it simple. 1 or 2 broad, low-cost index funds covers the vast majority of what you'll ever need. A total US market or an S&P 500 fund gives you instant exposure to hundreds of the world's best companies. VTI and VOO are 2 of the most widely respected options. Expense ratios below 0.10% mean you're keeping almost every dollar of your returns. Step 3. Automate everything. Set up an automatic transfer on payday. Make it completely invisible. Remove the decision from your hands so that discipline is never required. The best investment strategy is the one you actually stick to, and automation is the cheat code for consistency. Step 4. Don't touch it. This is where most young investors blow it. The market drops 20% and they panic. They sell everything and wait for it to stabilize, which means they lock in their losses and miss the recovery. History shows that every single market crash in modern history has eventually been followed by a full recovery and then new all-time highs. Every single one. Your job during a downturn is not to sell. Your job is to keep buying. Let me make this as concrete as possible, because I don't want you leaving this video inspired but confused about what to actually do next. Here is your exact starting plan if you're in your 20s right now. Open a Roth IRA today. Fidelity, Vanguard, and Charles Schwab all offer them with 0 account minimums. It takes about 15 minutes online. Once it's open, invest in a simple S&P 500 index fund. VOO, FXAIX, or VFIAX are all excellent choices with very low fees. Set up an automatic monthly contribution, even if it's just $50 or $100 to start. The amount is less important than the habit. As your income grows, increase the contribution. Try to work toward maxing out your Roth IRA each year. The 2024 limit is $7,000, which works out to about $583 a month. If your employer offers a 401k with a company match, contribute enough to capture the full match before anything else. That match is an immediate 50 to 100% return on your money before the market does a single thing. There is no better guaranteed return anywhere on earth. That's it. Open the account, pick the fund, automate the contribution. Leave it alone. It is not complicated. It never was. The complexity was always just an excuse to delay. Let me bring this home. The biggest investing mistake people make in their 20s is waiting. Waiting for more money, more knowledge, more certainty, more stability. And every single year of waiting compounds into a gap that becomes harder and harder to close. Alex started at 22 with $300 a month and retired with $2.1 million. Jordan waited until 32 and retired with $760,000. The market didn't treat them differently. Life didn't hand Alex special advantages. She simply started and let time do what time does best. You cannot go back and start 5 years ago, but you can start today. And 30 years from now, today will look exactly like 5 years ago looks to you right now, like the perfect time to have started. So do it. Open the account, pick the fund, automate the contribution. Leave it alone. It is not complicated. It never was. The complexity was always just an excuse to delay. Let me bring this home. The biggest investing mistake people make in their 20s is waiting. Waiting for more money, more knowledge, more certainty, more stability. And every single year of waiting compounds into a gap that becomes harder and harder to close. Alex started at 22 with $300 a month and retired with $2.1 million. Jordan waited until 32 and retired with $760,000. The market didn't treat them differently. Life didn't hand Alex special advantages. She simply started and let time do what time does best. You cannot go back and start 5 years ago, but you can start today. And 30 years from now, today will look exactly like 5 years ago looks to you right now, like the perfect time to have started. So do it. Open the account, pick the fund, automate the contribution. Leave it alone. It is not complicated. It never was. The complexity was always just an excuse to delay.